reality is being creatively destroyed and disrupted by artificial intelligence. This means that the biggest transformation that can happen within your business is not digital transformation, but a mindset transformation.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a big round of applause to Nikki Bird.
Hello, everyone. Hello. Hello. That's more like it. Wow, it's amazing to be here, and I'm so happy to be here this is it morning or afternoon? Sometimes I lose track of time. It's afternoon, right? So I'm so happy to be here. Has anyone perhaps read my book? Leah just introduced my book, Disrupt Yourself or Be Disrupted. Okay, anyone else been? Oh, I see someone there. All right, that's great. Anyone be at a seminar where I've been speaking before? Okay. Oh, I see someone there. That's amazing. So it means that a few people in the house are aware of who I am. And I say I've been introduced. My name is Nikki Bird. There are a few times that people just call me Vicky Nerd. They take the V to the front and they take the. Who thought that my name was Vicky? Anyone here thought my name was Vicky? You see? So it happens more often than you would imagine, but that's okay because I'm quite used to that. So I'm a future work coach. I'm passionate about technology, on how businesses can use technology to scale and how individuals themselves can align themselves to where the world is going by disrupting themselves. So it's really all about disrupting the status quo, because if you maintain the status quo, you are going to stay out of what is happening in the world today. Over 15 years ago, over 10 years ago, Nokia was the leading phone manufacturer and best phone in the world. But what happened? There was a time where Forbes magazine put Nokia at the front cover with the question, 1 billion customers, who can catch the cell phone king? They thought that it was so big that nothing could happen to them. That was Nokia, 1 billion customer, who can catch the cell phone king. So for over a decade, Nokia reigned as the king of the cell phone market. Used to adjust to the disruption that was happening in the world of business. 2007 was the year that Forbes magazine published that cover with 1 billion customer who can catch the cell phone king. In the same 2007, Apple launched their first iPhone, but no one was paying attention to that. They thought, this is not going to go anywhere. Nokia is the king in the market. Nokia was not just because the day on that magazine cover was who can catch the cell phone king. They were not only caught, the cell phone king was not only caught, but the cell phone king was dethroned and kicked out of the market entirely. So you may be saying, oh, but we're not as big as Nokia. But you might be thinking, oh, my business is established, nothing can really happen. That mindset where the things are changing, the world is changing, and you're not doing anything, you are going to be left behind. And that is the key thing that I want us to take from the story of Nokia. One of the main reasons why the topic of our conversations today is how SMEs can leverage technology to scale. Because digital transformation is important. Why should SME care about digital transformation? Because there is power in small, right? Most organizations worldwide are small by size, but their importance to both develop and developing economies, and societies at large is indisputable. According to World Bank, SMEs represent 90% of global businesses. About leveraging technology to scale your business is because if there is one strategy for accelerating economic growth and employment in any country, it should be the growth of the SME. You have to reinvent yourself, you have to reposition yourself and your business. Otherwise, you could likely be kicked out of the market because digital disruption is inevitable. Just like a hurricane brings disturbance, and torrential rain, digital disruption brings rapid changes and unprecedented challenges. It forces businesses to adapt or risk being left behind. And I asked him one question: what phone are you using? At the time he was using, I think, iPhone 11. Okay, I told him you are really ahead of the technology. Because most of these technology is being driven by us individuals. We want things at the snap of a finger. We want things to happen. At the touch of a button, we want a taxi at the door. At the touch of a button, we want food delivered out at our door. But when it comes to incorporating it into business, people are like, that's not for Africa. No, this is not asking you if it is for Africa or it's not. If you don't adjust and adapt to the environment in which we are living, you will most likely be left behind. And we cannot talk about digital transformation without addressing a legacy mindset, right? Because if you practices that you are more familiar with, you don't want to change that. So a legacy mindset is one of the things that holds people back. In many SMEs today, the whole organization culture is a direct reflection of footprints of the owner. It therefore means that if the owner of the business is not digitally savvy or technologically savvy, that will be the culture of the organization. And if the owner of the business is open-minded, then that will be the culture of the organization. So many times we see these things happening in businesses where there is enough talent, innovative talent, disruptive talent within an organization. But because the leadership, has a legacy mindset, there is no progress because it flows from the top. It comes from the top. And there's no place for brick and mortar systems in our world today. Yes, we may still have physical stores. Yes, we may still have supermarkets where we walk into, but a lot of things are being done online today. Sometimes before I go into a supermarket, I will go online and look for whatever it is that I want. So that by the time I'm going into the shop, I know exactly what I'm going to get. So I do all of that exploration online, and many people are doing the same. It's a business leader within the tech sector. Because even in agriculture, technology has an impact. In any business you're doing, technology has an impact. Is it retail? Technology has an impact. So you can no longer distinguish between a tech company and a company that doesn't use technology, because all businesses today require to use technology. And this is the technology advantage for SMEs, right? Due to their smaller size, SMEs can be more agile and flexible, allowing them to adapt quickly to make changes and introduce technology innovation. Because when it comes to big corporations, the advantage that you have as an SME to incorporate certain business solutions. Also, with SMEs, some of them don't have a lot of legacy technologies to get rid of. So it's an advantage for you to start from a clean slate as well. The past, what's the point of changing? This brought us so much growth. What's the point of changing? That was the mindset that Nokia had. Why should we change? This has worked so far up to this point. But one thing you need to keep in mind is that what brought you here will not take you there. One business skill could serve you for a lifetime is over. That era where a degree could serve you for the rest of your life is over. Now you constantly need to learn digital leadership. Any attempt to do digital transformation is going to fail. I remember last year I was attending a conference in Pretoria, an event in Pretoria. And when I got there, and then they started laughing. They're like, Nikki, I see where you are going with that. And I cannot even I disagree with what you're saying. But orders come from the top. We have received orders, no one get access into the building without the physical copy of their ID. People that don't understand what is happening in the world, not willing to change, because change has to start at the top. Learning is the easy part. The most difficult part is to unlearn what has worked for you in the past. And if you are finding difficulties in unlearning certain things, you are considered an illiterate of the 21st century. It doesn't matter how many degrees you have. It doesn't matter if you have a PhD. If you are unable to unlearn things that are no longer working, that is the illiterate of the 21st century. How many business leaders are unable to unlearn? That is where the revolution begins, right? We can give all sorts of solutions here today, but if the change does not start up here, nothing is really going to happen. The mind is where the revolution begins. If the business leader has the right mindset, they are going to run the business effectively. If the business leader has an innovative mindset, a disruptive mindset, they are going to run the business effectively. Because our present reality is being creatively destroyed and disrupted by artificial intelligence. This means that the biggest transformation that can happen within your business is not digital transformation, but a mindset transformation. Google the name of your business right now. What are the results that the search engine will give you? and it is key in today's environment. You want to scale your business, you cannot keep that part out of it. Having a digital presence is important for you as a business owner to scale and grow your business. You need to utilize digital marketing strategies such as social media advertising, SEO, content marketing to put yourself out there. Now, some businesses are good with their social media marketing and they're good with their SEO, but a lot of businesses are not so good with content marketing. It's time for them to buy the diapers. Guess who's going to be at the top of their mind? It's your business, right? Single day you're posting, I'm selling this, hello, I'm selling this, hello, I'm selling this. People don't want that. What solutions will your problem solve? That's what you should be saying. What solutions will your product solve? Artificial intelligence or IoT or any of these new technologies, cloud technologies, if you don't have a good, stable internet connection. Again, I said it seems basic, but it's one of the key factors to digital transformations. In the need for physical infrastructure and enabling remote work. This means that you can have your data stored in the cloud without necessarily having to put in big investment to solve the problem. And data analytics is important, right? Because when you are using data analytics, you're able to understand customer behavior. Your tech talent is important, or the right talent is important. Again, you can have the best technology without the right talent, you are still not going to succeed because companies don't disrupt, people do. And Whitney Johnson said it better. She said, and I quote, "Businesses require disruptive people to be disruptive. A business consists of holdings, office buildings, warehouse, desk, chairs, sophisticated machineries, and electronics. They are shells, inanimate, creating nothing, like a beehive minus the bees. It is pretty difficult to get honey that way. So people are required to breathe life into a company to achieve innovation. If you don't have the right talent, you are not going to be able to go anywhere. Digital transformation starts with people, not technology. A successful digital enterprise isn't a technological enterprise, but a confederation of inspired people that are empowered. Business owner, you need to be able to anticipate future disruptions. Kids today are growing up with technology, smartphones, everything smart around them. The kids today in future means that they will do business with technology. Is your business making room for that? And one thing with data analytics means that data analytics gives you insight based on the past. For example, if I were to go online today and search on things, the companies will come and collect my data based on what I searched yesterday or based on what I searched last week. That is data based on the past. They don't know how my buying behavior is going to change in future. They don't know what else I'm going to search next week. So it is good as a business owner that you anticipate customer behavior changes and consumer behavior changes and how things are going to change in future so that you can align accordingly. And with that being said, what is it going to be? Are you going to bury your head in the sand, or you are going to disrupt and leverage technology to scale your business? Thank you for having me.